Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Our next guest wants to remove the taboo associated with menopause and give us information on how to stay sexually vibrant during this stage of our life. We welcome back sex coach Christine D'Angelo is here. Christine.
Hi.
This is quite the topic.
Yes, it is.
Well, off the top, why are people so skittish around discussing menopause?
I think it's because a lot of us, it's similar to other parts of female sexuality in that we don't discuss it with other people until we fear that there's something wrong with our bodies. So at that point, then we're like, something doesn't feel right. I think I need to go see somebody.
Right.
But it's very rare that, like, if you were my friend, I would actually go to you and be like, hey, you went through menopause. Have you ever experienced this? Right? It's very rare because we don't know how to talk about it. There's a fear around it.
You're right, because even saying menopause, some people don't even want to say that. They say, well, I'm going through the change. Did you hear that a lot?
Yeah.
I heard that a lot growing up, and it was like, oh, I'm just going through, this is what I saw.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going through the change. And growing up, I was like, well, what is the change?
What is it? It sounds scary.
It does sound scary. And then, like you said, no one's talking about it until you think something is wrong.
Yes.
So menopause, let's just break it down.
Let's break it down. So with menopause, the best defense is a very strong offense. So what I'm going to share with you today is kind of a starter kit of kind of where you should start thinking about how to prep for menopause. So this is women who are entering 40.
Right.
Their 40s.
Because there's premenopause,
perimenopause.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Or is it perimenopause?
Yeah. Perimenopause. Yeah.
Okay.
And that can last anywhere from 2 to 5 years to 10 years. It just, everybody's different.
What does it look like? What are people experiencing?
When you enter perimenopause, you could be experiencing a disruption in your periods. You can start to experience hot flashes, mood swings, emotional imbalance, like kind of feeling sad, just kind of starting to notice differences in your body chemistry, because what's happening is your ovaries are slowly producing, they're slowly stopping producing estrogen. So estrogen affects our body in all different ways, right? So once that starts happening, you really start feeling the effects of perimenopause.
Got you. Okay, so you say be prepared.
Yes, the first thing I want to share is really providing a healthcare provider that's interested in answering all of your questions, really feeling like they're invested in your health. Then the second piece of that is to really start focusing on maintaining a healthy diet and exercise routine, which also includes looking at your digestive system. So making sure that everything within your body is working the way it should be, everything's kind of properly lubricated, right? Everything's going smoothly.
I didn't know. Did you see the segment earlier? 38 grams of fiber. I had no idea we're supposed to take in that much. So that's part of this, making sure that your digestive tract and everything on that is on.
Yeah, which follows into the whole diet, right? Making sure we're maintaining a healthy diet. And then the next part is really looking at maintaining a healthy pelvic region. So that includes your pelvic floor. And your pelvic floor is the largest muscle group in your body. Once a woman enters perimenopause, those muscles in your pelvic floor start to weaken at a pretty rapid pace. So that's why it's important, if you heard Kegels, you know, looking at your Kegel routine. What is your Kegel routine? Making sure that you should even be doing Kegels in the first place.
And that's the tightening of the muscles down there. Yes, you just keep tightening it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But really making sure that your body is prepared for your Kegels. Some women shouldn't do Kegels until you've seen a pelvic floor therapist.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, this is really, there's a lot of details that go into this, but some women, their pelvic floor, it can have really tense spots. You can have a knot in your pelvic floor, which causes pain.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You just made me think of a Charlie horse, and that's not, the whole thought of it is not okay. Yeah, I can imagine. So then let's talk about having a healthy sex life. During this time, because that's what a lot of people want to know. How do you do that? What kind of changes should you expect, and what can you do to counteract some of that?
Such a good question. So when you're entering your 40s, you want to start thinking about, how am I maintaining a healthy sexual arousal level within my own body? And in order to do that, you can increase solo sex with yourself, partnered sex, making sure that those levels of sexual arousal are on the higher end. That way, once you reach perimenopause and your libido can kind of slough off a little bit, it's already kind of at a higher level, so it's easier to bring it back up.
Got you.
Whereas if your sexual arousal level, you let it drop off, and kind of it's been lying dormant for a while, it's a lot harder to get it back up.
Well, that was one of those quiz questions that you
That's
gave
right.
me, was you can actually lose it if you don't use it. So this is one of those things that you do want to keep active.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
at the forefront. Okay. Now,
And
what about some dryness? Because
Right.
that's part of menopause.
Yes, so vaginal dryness is definitely something that most women will experience. Not all women, okay, just everybody's different, so it's
Sure.
important to say that. So one of the things that you can do is have a routine of lubricating, moisturizing, and stretching your vaginal walls. So there's a lot more information that goes into the direction behind that. So I wrote a whole blog piece on that with more information, more detailed information around that.
Yeah.
Kind of a step-by-step, so you can follow that.
Well, this is good information, and we have had Lube 101 here, so people should be well informed.
Yes.
Well informed. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No, this is really great information. We need to talk about this.
Yeah, we do.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank
and Happy
you.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right. More information about Christine and these tips on our website are waiting for you at katu.com. Coming up next, ways to re-enter your water supply, reuse, your water supply. Stay with us.